Aloha, my family. This is amazing. So, I finished one video. It's a little bit longer, so we're going to make a shorter one just to recap on the most important part right now, because the other one goes into a handfuls of things that are more extensive. But that ended, took a short break, sat down, went to go play. I was like, oh, it's 11 p.m. Yes! Starting off on an epic start for such an epic message that I have to share with you, my beloved family. So, we're going to keep this a little bit short, and we're going to be just very direct about what is going on right now. Right now, you are witnessing a change, a transformation of everything, okay? Like, this is happening inside of you, and this is happening outside of you, through everything, all right? And it's something, we're reaching a point now where it is really time for each and every individual to learn what is true for themselves. We live in a world of such mass distortion, such mass infiltration, such mass manipulation. There are consciousness traps and things that keep people chained to this system from the moment we enter, okay? And then, when you find the courage, when you find the truth that helps you break free from that first level, every step, every area that people go into to remember, to rediscover who you really are is riddled, like layered with so many consciousness traps. These traps can be so subtle that you can hold these for years until they develop. Literally, it's like you're a solid piece of glass and nothing can penetrate into you unless you allow it. But the moment that you've opened yourself up to certain things, it's just like chip, 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 chip. So soft, and you're such a powerful, strong, sovereign, divine being, like a true God creator. And it's time for you to remember this. And I know some people might have come to this one if it does end up being shorter and being like, what are you talking about? Our beloved family. Those of you that are receiving this, you feel this. You know exactly what I'm speaking of. You know this to be who you are. Like, you may have forgotten. You may have doubted. You may have been like, why am I so different? Why do I see things in a different way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way when I see another act this way or treat another in this way? Like, why does, no matter what happens, why do I want to align with unity? With love? Why do I see things that even the most professional, well-known, and even some of the most awakened spiritual beings do not see? Why? Why, you may ask? Because this is why you are here. Hey, literally, your skills, your wisdom, your specialties, your love, your uniqueness, your light, your compassion, your forgiveness, your grace, your fun, your joy, like all of this, like this is why you are here. You see things, you embody things that sadly most of our family simply does not. Okay? The illusion, the delusions, the manipulation, the oversight and control is absurd. So, each and every one of us have gone to different areas of this system to identify all distortions, all darkness, all manipulations, all artificial, everything. Okay? And it is something that I'm telling you, regardless of if you've been on this mission consciously or if you're finding this now, I'm saying that this part has been completed. We have succeeded. We have won. Like, we have systematically, throughout all time and space, identified every distortion, every infiltration point, all manipulation, all of it, every single aspect, okay? We have identified the programs, the mentalities, the systems, like how these things work, okay? This took a long time, like much longer than what most of you guys even believe is part of our existence. Like, this one lifetime is so short in comparison to the accumulation of everything that we are and all we've experienced. So there have been certain ones of us that, because every time we were this close, fear, separation, division, like pretty much everything outside of unity and love, like even when we were this close, we still fell for it. Not this time. No. And it's close, don't get me wrong. You guys feel the fear that's around the planet? Or do you guys feel this light, this true living light, this God light, this truth? Restoring, healing, resurrecting, like everything? Like, and now we are needing each and every individual that feels called to truly regain your freedom, so you can stand as the God sovereign free being that you are and have always been. Like, this message that we have to share with you right now is about freedom. True freedom. Every kingdom, all life, all families, through all time and space. And there's two parts of this. One, if you are on this level, if you are aware of what I am speaking, if you felt this, if you feel this in your heart, please go check out the video that I put out. It's like an hour and a half long. I think it was actually 1 hour, 34 minutes and 44 seconds. So 1, 3, 4, 4, 13, 4, 4, 4, winning. So, yeah. Okay. So check that out if you feel guided. But it is going to go through some intense stuff. So if you're dealing with a lot and you really don't feel like you have the grounding, the support, the self-love, like, to be able to go into this, then just please, all we ask is just choose unity right now. Choose love. If you have to repeat this to yourself, like, I am divine, unconditional love, repeat it to yourself a gajillion times a day. Okay? Anchor in this, anchor in this, anchor in this, and I promise you, you will find yourself aligned with everything you're wanting and needing, okay? For the others, we ask you if you are ready to dive into something that might be very triggering and might be very challenging, but for many of you guys, this is one of the major, if not the last, keys to your freedom. And right now, we need all of our family free. We need all of our family liberated. Those of you that have done this work, that are watching the world and the collective and the state they're in, and are still like, how do I put this? There are so many layers to this, okay? And it's something that, like, right now, what's coming up, like, every side, both the light and the dark, this is like the finale. This is like every piece coming to the surface, coming to the table to be addressed. And it's a choice. What are you going to see? What are you going to choose? Are you going to ask questions, or are you going to blindly accept and follow? Because we promise you, sovereignty is the key. Sovereignty is the way. And if you are following another blindly, if you have given another your power and you trust them over yourself, you have given your sovereignty away. When you give your sovereignty away, you relinquish the power of God that you hold, that you are. You open yourself to manipulation, to deceit. And literally right now, we have our family so much that have awakened and have chosen unity, have chosen love, have chosen to be here for yourself, for our family, to assist in this process so that we can bring this forth as graceful and smooth and loving and fun as possible. But it is something that many are unknowingly having your power, your authority, being misdirected, being harvested, being taken from you, or being directly, through your unknowingness, directly putting this into areas that go against what you're actually standing for, what you're doing all of your work internally and externally for. So, and this is because we have gone through layer after layer after layer of not asking enough questions and blindly following. And we fall a layer. It becomes a little bit more hard to remember. And the same things come up, and we anchor that, and we go down even deeper. So then what, after enough of these times when we can barely remember and we bring these things in, we're like, go from a world of feeling dense and no energies to feeling energy of any kind? Like, you're just like, oh my gosh, like, especially when it's masked as light. It's not like just like, It's like, you're like, oh, wow, well, this is more powerful than any of these things. This must be true. And beloved, we just want to remind you that every single aspect, all of this is based off of the divine architecture, divine structure. Like, so it's something that what we're seeing is manipulation. We're seeing distortion. We're seeing No, we share this information with you to empower you as our family. Like, anything that comes up as fear, doubt, concern, allow it to be released. Know that there are codes that you are receiving as I speak, as we share this with you, and that only that is truly meant for your highest growth, only that of which is in alignment with the true, divine, organic God perfection, is ever going to be received by you through this, through us, through our connections. And so it's something that right now we're moving up to an opportunity on the 4th. April 4th, you guys. This is what we've been preparing for. It's been in stages, but the 4th is a huge movement for our collective family, and we're calling for each individual to focus and call in for complete and total planetary liberation, for complete and total freedom of all family and all kingdoms. For all family and all kingdoms are us, are we. We are one. As we remember this, that amazing wave come through. We are unable to be free and to free and liberate ourselves and our system if any of our family remains in slavery. Okay? Because right now this is going to be hard to hear, but it is something that slavery is worse now on our planet than it has ever been before. It is worse now in our universal system than it has ever been before. And it's time. This is coming up in layers. The collective is starting to become more aware of the aspects of human trafficking and the millions and millions and millions of children that are taken, that are stolen, that are forced into this. Literally, we have millions each year between the ages of 0 and 18, and even more that are older. The number of our family that are taken off planet to other systems, that are forced through extreme abuse and trauma to fraction and break them down and stick them within our system here, to where many don't even remember who they are. Like, this manipulation is so big, my family, and it is time to end this. And right now, this freedom is on so many levels, okay? And the reason we made 2 videos and started to share something that we were going to hold off until later, we realized, like, our family, those of you that want to know the truth, like, we are here to share our experiences. We are here to share what we have gone through directly, what we have direct experience with. Like, there's a reason why we had to traverse both the light and the dark. The dark is of the light, so they understand. They like we are all one family. We have fallen, we have been separated. There have been choices that have been made. But our fallen family was of the light. They understand how this works. Although which is why they've tried to have us forget. And many of them have even forgotten themselves, like who they really are. But it is something that for those of us on the light, too many times, too many missions that were failed, which were never failures, just lessons on how we could do this successfully and succeed where we are at now. We needed to traverse on the other side so we understood. So now everything, every program, every one of the mentalities, all of everything that has been used against us, that we overlooked, that we missed, that we forgot, like we now hold. This framework has been developed and established throughout all time and space, throughout all of these experiences. And now it's here. And we're literally dismantling, detangling, disintegrating, like all artificial overlays, everything out of the line, any anti-life aspects, any false family, false home, false king, false ascension aspects are being cleared out. Like the true organic light of God is restoring our kingdom. The true kingdom of God is unfolding now within and throughout. And it's something that right now, each and every individual, you have so much you can do. And like I said, if none of this makes sense, choose unity, choose love, all right? Whatever you need at this point, work it with those two things, okay? We'll throw in forgiveness in there because, beloved, we need you to forgive yourself and we need you to start forgiving your friends and family, all right? Forgiveness is a key that dissolves away separation, that dissolves away so much pain, so much blockages, so many limitations to embodying your true self. And the more we go on without forgiving ourselves and others, the denser and denser and denser this becomes. The harder it can be to break free from, to free yourself from. And this is why there are those of us that are here that have embodied this, that have done this so many times, that there was never going to be anything that was going to take us away from this, especially when we have our teams, our tribes, our family. Because no matter how distant we are, when you anchor with this, we have found each other, piece by piece, bit by bit, friend by friend, family by family. And now we are at this moment where it's time to come together. And there is a plan that could potentially shut down power and communication starting in April. So we've been guided to get this out now. It does not mean that is going to happen, okay? But we do live in a world where everybody has been co-creating and choosing certain things. And if you really look into it, although you might think certain things right now are unnecessary, we have other family that believe it truly is. We are not here to do this for others. We are here to set an example. We are here to reclaim the keys to this planet and to this system from those who have abused it, to return them to those that us that now know how to use this. Okay? We are here to establish the framework, the foundation. We are here to embody and to set examples, to show people two ways of living and to allow them to choose. Life or death? Love or hate? What do you want? Division? Separation? Or unity? Like, do you want pain, suffering? Or do you want to be liberated, whole, restored, free, alive, thriving? These are simple choices that you get to make, and every person gets to make them themselves. But these choices have been being taken away from each individual. And right now, there are many of our family that are directing their power, their authority to sources that are using this against who we are and what we are wanting. So it is something that right now we are asking and calling on our family that are willing to dive into this deeper work, that are really, really ready to be free in all ways. And with this, it is something because right now in the 4th, there are many meditations being planned. There are many groups, many organizations that are getting together to do things. There's many intentions that are being set. And right now it is something that for many individuals that have chosen unknowingly anti-life and fallen system mechanics, this is working again. This is not working in the ways that you think it is. And I'm just going to seed this now, and know, please, that if you disagree with any of this, that is completely fine. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna say this. If it triggers you, so be it. Like, just know we're sharing this with love, and we honor your process, and we don't want you to accept or follow anything we do because we say this. We want to share a truth that we hold, and if it resonates, we want you to run with it. If it doesn't, we need you to trust yourself and follow that. There is no right or wrong as long as you are trusting your heart. Okay? But it is something that those of you that take this mission on and can reclaim your true power, your true authority, that can free yourself from these consciousness traps, from these attachments, from these parasites, from these harvesting and siphoning cords, from everything, like, you're going to begin and you're going to be back finally in alignment with everything that has taken away from your power, everything that has diminished you, that has drained you. Let me shut off. You're going to be your full self, fully restored, so this process can begin from a clean slate. Okay, 11:33. Hi, I'm going to bring in a couple codes really quick to assist with the integration of these next pieces. Shamata kia sakata kakoko chiti kiti ki iamata kakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakak Asakatata amata kakaya takakokokumata. Shimia shakatoto shumata. Shokototototo. Shamata shiki shikititi shikitetutu. Shapa shikatoto shakamata sikia shakatata. Shoko asama ata shiki kiki idikitu kokokoko shakamata. Shim shu shamata shikiti shikutu shituko hi shakamata kakaki shikutu. Shimiata ki sikiti kiata kakoko oshokotototo. Shakia sakaya niata ke ea niato koshakamata. Oshinia soto shamanaya no. Shamanai shingia shokoto shikia soko ushuma asia to shokoto ishi ama. O Ishimata Shikiati Atakashika Matakai Sataya Sakato Shikuya Mata Ishiki Asaka Shiamana Sho Shi Tia Sokoto Shimata Shikiata Tuku Ushamata Shiki Tiki Tiki Takako Shukomata Takaya Shakutukum Shimia Shakata Tukum. Man, there's a map I want to show. Oh, how long has this been? 22 minutes. Alright, I guess that's better than 30 minutes. So I'm just working to keep this a little bit shorter and limited so it's easier for people to at least flow through all aspects that are seated, because although words are spoken, so much more is coming through. But yeah, so we are asking those that have claimed freedom, that have claimed sovereignty, that have recognized their true God self and like your birthright. We are asking for you to dive deep within inside of this. And to begin a detangling process from anything and everything that is taken away from your true self, that has impacted in any way, shape, or form you achieving your highest self. Like anything that's gotten in the way, that has held this back, that has restricted this, that has allowed you to grow this much, but kind of like dragging you to the side or holding you back just a little bit. Like, we're asking you to clear yourself and free yourself from this. And we give the answers, we give the framework for you to go through in this next video, because it's something that right now we want to. This is never about bringing fear. This is simply about bringing things in that you can follow with. So or that you can understand, that you can choose yourself. You can see the two. So one thing I do want to say, because there's many other aspects that go into this, but one thing that's being pushed really heavily for this upcoming aspect with a lot of meditations is working with the false flower of life. Okay? And it's something that, like, my brothers, my sisters, my family, I'm just going to say this, like, when this comes around, if you have anything directed towards the moon, if you are giving your power away towards other beings and giving this to them and waiting for them to do something for you, if you are turning to our fallen angelic family, to our fallen family, to the archangels and to the ascended masters, Like, there are many masters that are ascended, but this is not a title that is taken on. There's too much. Remember that all of these aspects come from the divine. Like, these are from the divine structure that always was, but these have been twisted, manipulated, and distorted. So instead of trying, it's too much to try to detangle from a logical state, disconnect everything. There is nothing of your true self that you can ever lose. But there are tons of things that are trying to take this away from you and to have you doubt who you are and to seed manipulations, fear, doubt, concerns, trying to make you sick, trying to break you down, trying to trigger darker behaviors, trying to trigger shadow actions and shadow behaviors, trying to rip you from joy and happiness, try to bring attacks, confusion, everything. Like, these things that try to convince you they are yourself, that they are your highest self, that they are your God self, are jokes. These are illusions, these are imposters, these are parasites, these are hive mind attachments. These are like fallen angelic and dark avatar, influence, machinery, technology. This manipulation is really, really deep. And there's a reason why many, even those that follow this spiritual path and get to very enlightened levels, do not free themselves from this system and end up back here looping through it. So it is time that each individual, like we have gone through this in all lives, in all ways, to identify the key distortions and fall points, the key consciousness traps. And I'm telling you, our family has succeeded with identifying these. We are now pulling out from this. No linear, beyond our multidimensional, full embodiment of God's self. Like literally all stories, everything. These have been nothing but lessons and educational experiences. This is the focal point. These vessels, we're now bringing in all collective wisdom, all of the wisdom, all of the memories, all of the experiences that allowed us to build this framework. We are bringing back in within throughout all of us. This is something that, like, this is the return of our Christed selves, of our Christed embodiments. And so it's something that coming up on the 4th, you have an option. If you are stuck in these systems, if you are stuck and caught up with any of these, like even things like Saint Germain and like which stems through the I Am teachings, remember the framework, the foundation, the I Am and stuff is divine. It is a very powerful tool to use. But those that have taken over and have claimed that these are the ones that oversee us, that have brought this, they have layered themselves into it. If you don't get this, just go down to Shasta and go connect with the I Am group down there. Like, these people are freaking rude and aggressive and attacking and view themselves to be better than others. Like, there's no better than. We are equals. Like, if you have this perception, start clearing things, because there's something holding you back from remembering what unity and divine unconditional love is. From uniting with your true inner self. From finding your true your true other half. And to begin this process together. Like, how can you bring the outside in if you're divided and separated within? No, it's time to come back within, like to come back together, to be whole, to be restored, to resurrect, and to restore and reclaim your highest God blueprint, your highest organic DNA template of the true divine God creator that you are. Like, this is so big, you guys. Like, if those are for those families that are unknowingly or blindly following or have gotten stuck in any of these consciousness traps, the energy and intentions, like if you are truly in like heart and your heart with love and unity, yes. Like, you're not, it's not like everything is being taken and misdirected, but you are only at like partial power at that point. Where each and every individual that recognizes this, that it's like, okay, I chose this, I didn't know this, but now I know this. One is anti-life, one is everlasting life. I recognize, I see, I choose everlasting life. I choose unity. I choose love. I release anything out of alignment with this, anything other than this, I release, I let go of. Like, there is no right or wrong. There's just a choice. And we're here to set an example of something that many have forgotten and no longer even know to be possible. Or that many have been caught up on because they've seen aspects that are grander and greater and more divine than the world that we are in. But my family, there are layers to this. and the illusion runs so deep, and until you choose to free yourself and can recognize where the infiltration, where the distortion came from, you can't, there's nothing that can be done about that until you consciously recognize and choose. Like, it's literally just like, it's an intense process, and we've got a lot to share about this, but I'm trying to weave between sharing things in a way that can be received without being too much, because we want the message to be able to be received by each individual, and this message is so key. So if you find this and you find your heart resonance and you've been having the same message, like, we ask you to please, like, use your grounding, use your divine voice, use your heart, use your love, use your sight, everything unified as one, embody as your God self, and find a way to make this message known to our family, so that any that is able to be, that is open and wanting to receive, can free themselves, so we can stand together as one and free our family. Okay? Because once we achieve this liberation, this freedom for all in all kingdoms, what we are able to move forward with is incredible. It is awe-inspiring. It is literally greater than anything any single one of us can hold on to in these vessels and mentalities right now. So just release all expectations and prepare. Because these next few weeks, all the way up through the 13th of April, are huge. But the 4th is a big aspect. And if they try to shut down power, it's important that we are unified and on the same page and have enough of our awakened family, our 144,000 team, our core council of 144, and our core council of 12. There's many councils, but like literally we need to be united and on the same page. Together as one, we have one. This is on every level, in all ways, all shapes and forms. All right? And so it's something that right now we could have 10 million people meditating and directing towards something, and if they don't know what they are doing or are only in partial awareness, it's nothing in comparison to as little as just a small handful. And we'd have 12, 100 that are aware and have chosen freedom and are at least aware of this and have chose this, that what we can co-create together surpasses millions of people that are only partially aware, that are blindly following. So it's something like literally, like if you achieve this, so you're going to access a state of power that can be used for like righteousness. It can be used to be just and to be good and to be loving, to help and to empower, to stabilize, to strengthen, to heal, to help all remember, to be stoked with this process. Like, there's so much, but we've got to embody this ourselves. Otherwise, no matter what the work we do, we are only going to make a fraction of the impact of what we are able to do and why we came here. And so we ask each individual to look into these things. We ask all individuals that have followed the Flower of Life teachings, that have gone through Drumvelo's teachings, to really dive within and to look and to find, and if you need help accessing this, let us know, but to find the difference, to find what's said to be the Flower of Life, the false one versus the true one. Okay? Look at these. Just look at them. One, you can see all of the outer circles separated, disconnected from the center. The other, you can see, like, don't even worry about the science, the mathematics, the angles, anything like that. Just look and feel. One, how do you feel when it's separated, disconnected, locked in place? How do you feel when the other is unified, connected, all as one at the center and is openly flowing? One is life and one is death. One has been forced and blindly followed, where the other has been slowly masked away. It's hidden and separated. But so many have seen this, have known this, have felt this, and even if you didn't know it was one of the core structures to everlasting life, like now you do. And even if you didn't, you were holding those pieces. So until the time they were able to be received, retrieved, reclaimed. Something that each and every one of you, each and every one of us are doing now. Shinya sakatiki mototo, shinaya sakitiya moto. Shikitatakiano no, Shakatatakiano no, Shamatakiasa Totopushmataya Shikiata Takakokokum. Oh man, alright. So we're gonna dial this in since it's already 34 minutes. Okay, you guys. So we have an opportunity here. There's much that we can focus on. If you go through the other video and choose to free yourself from this process, like the what you're gonna step into is just get ready. This is everything you've wanted for. It's just time to clear out that of which has held you back. So what can we do on the 4th, you guys? Like literally, unity is the key. Love is the key. Like literally, take your power back. These aspects, galactic federations, like all of these teams, government groups, secret groups, like no, take your power back. Like they need us as much as we need them, and our family as a whole needs us. Those of us that have seen this for what it really is, have been able to see past the artificial overlays and the illusions, the distractions and the delusions. A major wave of energy just like flowed all through me. And there's going to be a point, you guys, when this process is so fast, it's going to be hard for others to relate with how we got here. So please be aware of your process, your journey. Go through and be real about any of these consciousness traps that might have been picked up. So you can free yourself and you can identify this and you can share through your personal experience with others. Because this is how others can relate with us. Like try to explain something you don't know versus try to explain something that you've directly been through, have been trained on, have seen firsthand, have experienced firsthand. Like see what's received. Like it's such a huge difference, and so we need each and every one of you to go through this process and do this transmutation from what you've learned, what you've felt, what you believed into what you actually know. And if there's anything that's distorted you from knowing and embodying all that you are, just let it go. Like you are so much greater than anything you can ever imagine. There is no description, there is no words, there is no terminology that can accurately describe the true infinite depth of the beauty and love and living light and everything, creative power, everything that you are. Like, and it's finally time to remember this. So we are calling out from our family to yours to all to choose freedom on the 4th. Like choose freedom for everyone, everybody, everything. Like literally know that there's a structure, know that there's a system, and that there's a balance to everything. So everything is being harmonized, everything's being restored right now. Release all judgments, all perceptions, all projections towards another. Every country, every race, every group, you yourself included. If we can choose freedom, if we can embody this, if we can anchor this, if in our groups and in our meditations we can feel this, we can see this liberation, see this living light filling everything. Like restoring, healing, transmuting, transfiguring, transforming everything. We can bring forth a level of liberation that has not been seen since we've entered this system working to free our family. This is everything that we've worked for. And yes, remember there are stages and there are phases, but I promise you, like, even if you hold these traps, if you anchor and choose freedom for yourself, you are breaking everything open so everything can thrive. And those of you that chose to do the work to really free and liberate yourself, to embody all that you are, we are united now. Whether or not we have yet to connect, we are bridged, we are united. We are one team, standing in service to the one, which is the all, to help each and every individual make their way back home. So just something like literally see this freedom. Because this is something that we do have groups and that are working behind the scenes to bring out. And this freedom has been associated for it's been attempted for a very long time. It's been happening in layers and phases. So let's start with where we're at. Let's take the pieces that everybody, that no matter, even people that have yet to get up to the fifth dimensional consciousness perceptions and are just bridging into the fourth, are seeing all this around. This is something that our planet is prepared to accept. Is prepared to move forward with, but we need you. We need your love. We need your light. We need your truth. We need your wisdom. We need your passion. We need that emotion that flows through you, that courses through you, that your soul just wants everybody to be free. Finally, once and for all. We have fought for this in so many ways, and people, for freedom, they're oh, for our country, for this. No. Not one country has been free. Not one individual has been free. There are those that have freed themselves, but this has been the process of learning and to see what it means to be in slavery versus a sovereign, free God, creator in action, fully restored. If we can anchor on this, and literally there's no division, see this through all governments, through all organizations, through all charities, see this flowing through everything. If you see darkness somewhere, radiate this lightful force. Illuminate every shadow. Illuminate every distortion, every artificial insert and overlay, every imposter, anything trying to mimic true everlasting life or our true family. Blast this light full force, this love full force, and watch it dissolve away, watch it disintegrate, watch it be returned back home to source, and watch our kingdom manifest in full as all we are is fully restored, the highest good of all in all kingdoms. So, all right, 42:22. I'm just going to close this up now because there's a lot, but honestly, we're receiving that it's not share this, share anything you feel guided, but it's time for each and every one of you to step up. We need your voice, we need your heart, we need your wisdom, we need we need our team. Okay? So if you want to make a video, if you want to make a post, if you want to start groups, we've been guided to connect more personally with smaller groups and individuals right now. So if you're an independent group, anything, an organization, reach out. We've got very specific messages, very specific codes for each and every one of you, because each and every one of you are at different stages and are aligned with different aspects of this right now. And it's just all about working with where you're at until the point when more opens up and you can choose which direction you want to move forward. And that's simply all we are here to do. We want to show the truth and give each and every individual the opportunity to choose what they want themselves, so that their power, their authority, your conscious creative abilities are being directed where you choose them to be. Nobody's going to take advantage of this from you. Nobody's going to manipulate or steal this from you ever again. All right? Once you choose this and you're consciously aware of this, that is yours. Unless you switch and change and want something else to come in, what you choose, that is your reality. This is what you receive. This is what you bring in. And so right now, literally, however it needs to get around, because if we don't have power off, there might be things that could be really scary for people. We need to remind people that we are here. It's time to start stepping out. Enough of you guys have known, you're dude, I am one of these members. I am one of the 144,000. We've even seen some that are starting to have come through that are holy cow, I'm part of the original Council of 12. It's time to trust yourself and know that it's okay. There's no wrong. If you have a thought and let's say that ends up just not being what it is, I promise you, if you've had that thought, you tried that on, you're honest with yourself, and you trust your heart, it's going to bring you closer, that much closer, if not directly to the knowing of who you are. Like, we are in an audition phase. Like, these things, like, it's not like you're like, oh, you're just guaranteed this. This is a choice. Everybody had a choice. And there are people that chose other aspects that fell even deeper in the system that forgot. And so this is something, there's no designated position. If you can do this, you believe you can do this, you want to do this, step up. Because, like, I promise you, there's a lot of people that are sitting there that are afraid to step up, step out. And if you have that courage, our family needs it. When you bring it out, you bring this for another, and another, and another, and another. Together as one, we have won. This is an inevitable victory. Enough of us have found each other. Now it's time for our entire family to find each other, and to help everybody else see that we're all family too. So, whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, unity, freedom, let us be the focus on the 4th, okay? Because once this happens, this removes so much, like, machinery and technology and infiltration and mind control and harvesting systems, like, through so many layers. So, whatever comes through, however this can be addressed, trust yourself. Start stepping up. Start providing, like, your wisdom, your truth. Like, literally, it is unnecessary to spread any fear aspects, to focus on any of the negative sides. Like, our family needs light, needs positive confirmations and reaffirmations continuously. Okay? If you have yet to embody this level, to be able to hold this space for our family, be patient with your process. Know that when it is time, you're going to shine so bright. But for those that have already gone through stages, so we could be prepared for what's going on right now, like, please, to the best of your ability, empower others. Share your appreciation, your gratitude for them. Like, being seen and recognized is such a big thing for our family right now, because so many have been pushed, have been disregarded, have been overlooked, have not been taken seriously, or have been judged because of the things that needed to be taken on, so that we as a team could identify every single aspect of this, and that each individual had the specific pieces that they needed so that they could embody and move forward with a conscious understanding that could directly help those of our family that are trapped inside of this system, that have not been able to see this, that have not been able to have the courage or the confidence or the faith or the support to be able to see this. And for those that went through this and saw something but got so caught up in the confusion and the distortion and manipulation that they gave up. Like, we're here to help every person, like, stand on their 2 feet so they can be stable and can walk themselves and do this. Like, we cannot do this process, but we can create the foundation. We can create the framework. And this is what we are here to do. So lift your brothers and sisters up. Like, hug your family and love them. Express, like, your appreciation for them choosing to be here now, because I promise you, like, we needed each and every individual. There's nobody that is, like, unimportant with this. Okay? And so, yeah. As apparently, luckily it's like half the length. Oh, it's good. Still 40 minutes shorter than the other one, which is great. So as you can tell, there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot behind this, and to most people this is not going to make that much sense right now. But to those of you that get this, like, please reach out to us. Let us know who you are, what you feel, what you believe, what you're feeling called to do, because we need to come together. And we need to be on the same page with the wisdom that we all hold, of which we are. Look, people are talking about the same things, even if we've never met. Now it's time to bring all these pieces together. It's like, accept who you are. Throw out titles, associations, anything. Just accept that you are God embodied in action. And that you have had so much to try to separate you from this understanding. Because when you have this understanding, those that have opposed this system lose all power, lose all control. And so enough of us are here to hold this light so you can see the difference. And if you need a hand to reach out and hold your hand as you jump across, we are here to catch you, to hold you, to guide you. Till that point, you can do this yourself. And then you can take this and do this for your family. So like really, right now, the key is freedom for yourself, whatever level that is. And if you are not at a point to be able to understand this and to take on the motions that are necessary to free and liberate yourself, where you don't have the clarity, focus on the freedom of everyone. Because the freedom of everyone is the freedom of yourself, beloved. Like, and you deserve this. You have wanted this. You have been fed a form of false freedom, of partial freedom. And it's time for you to see what true freedom really is. It's time for you to feel what true divine unity and true divine unconditional love is. Okay? You deserve this. You have waited for this. It is time. So these next few weeks, because when the 4th comes around, once again, we're going to anchor and blast this. This is huge, you guys. Like, I don't even want to bring up astrology because this is another consciousness trap that so many people get pulled into. But the mechanics, there are reasons we have these sciences. And when you get to a point of being able to remember your true self, like, you can see how this influence is and how this works. And like, it's something that this is everything. All of our family, all kingdoms are aligned with this. This is aligned macro and micro. We are unifying together as one, and together as one we have won. This is a victory that has been long awaited, that is long deserved. And it's time to experience what this includes and what this holds. So it's something, as you awaken, as you gain your freedom, you embody, and then through doing so, we embody, we heal and resurrect all family. We restore this freedom, this sovereignty for all, and help each person reclaim it. So like, yeah, for the gazillionth time, freedom, 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 freedom. If we want to drop out, we're going to be having some private things up until the 1st. So if you want to connect, if you want to drop in, if you want to organize something, if you want to get a group of people together to receive some codes, to have a little bit more direct messages shared, reach out. Our team's ready. Just like you guys are ready. You guys are waiting for this. So let's do this united. It's one. And watch what unfolds. Up through the 13th, this is when this next phase, this next month, kind of like I had said before, I was like, it might be a couple months before I put out another video. This is 1 month from my last video. As we move forward this 2nd month, this is when a major level of integration and embodiment is unfolding for each and every individual that is at this stage. So, and it's going to prepare for what's happening through then in August, through between the end of April and August. So we've got a lot ahead of us, and be patient with your process, because just like when you heal, there's going to be time of rest. Like when you detangle, when you begin to receive your freedom, a lot of changes are going to happen. So just be aware of this. And yeah, sending you so much love, each and every one of you. I was like, how long is this? 53:33. And this is 12 gigabytes. All right. So I'm being guided to bring some codes in. Feel free, if you don't want to receive these at this point, skip ahead, turn the video off. Otherwise, I'm just going to share some of these codes, and these codes are for each and every one of you. No matter where you're at. Like, these are unity codes, like true divine unity codes. Directly from home, from our family to you.
Shi siki tiki tiki minya sikia no kiata kakiyamato koko shomo. Shomo no lulumo no yamano yatotom. Ayatori yaruru yumano yanoe. Ate ata kata kakoko ishimiata kiata kakakakakakiyama. Oshinata yasikite kakokokokokun. Shamanaya shikiata kakea shikiyama atakea tokokoku. Shakakakakakokokokun. Shinya sakatata kakakakakakakakakakakea tokokoku uamatayato. Shokotoko shikamata kai shikia shako osho o umate kiata kakakakakakakake. Shiti shikatatata kai shoko shitia shinyasa kai shikia tokona. O amaya te shikatakakakum. Sakati shiti shikati shikato shumota kashakata tokokokum. Shikia shikatataka kakayata kakyana naya shakanayata kakayata kaino. O ama asaka ta shiki iamato. I aruhu toko shuhu amia tiki 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 tika taka taki amata kakakukukia shakanta takakia. O shamatai shitiki shikatatokokum. Shama siti atakaru rululu manana. O shamataru toko shikamato toko shibitika toko shamatakaya takokukum. Shum shakatototo shakatototo shumata ti shikatakakiato kokokia shakamata kai shikatakakai. O kanata katakaya katakarata kamata. Ura tatama takarata kitiata kotoko shakamata. Ishikata kokoku uamata kai shikataria no toko shumatatata. Shum shum shum. Shutu 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 shum shum. Sakamata kakia takakaka shikamata. Oshikamata takako shum. Shana takakakako. Shumatakai. Shutu tu 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 shumandaya. Sakamata kakakakakuku. Shum. Takamata shikamata kakuku shimiato. Asikiama shakatatoko shama asakati shikiti shikiti kiyama takaki shakatatoko kukuku. Shamadaya shikiyama takakia sakatatoko kukukukukuku. Shamanai shikoishi ianaya sakatataya shakamata kakukukuku. Man, I love our family so much. I am so grateful for you and for all of our family and for all of our teams and for persevering through this. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man. These messages, this truth, this light, this love expressed from I and we to you and all. We seal and consecrate in the pure, everlasting light of God in service to the one in divine unity and divine unconditional love for all family, for all teams, through all I am, through all systems. We broadcast true divine freedom, true liberation, true sovereignty, true God embodiment and resurrection of all fallen family, the true return of the Christos Sophia embodied for all. This is what we have waited for. Get ready. 12:12. We started this at 11:11 and it was 12:12. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to end this now. Sending so much love to each and every one of you. From our heart to yours. To all family and all kingdoms, we anchor this now for the highest good of all and all kingdoms through all time and space. So it be, and forever shall it be. Aho. Shalom. Namaste. I am. We are. Ubuntu. 12:13. Restored masculine, restored feminine. Everybody ready for Universe 13? I hope you guys are excited. So excited to connect soon. Sending you so much love. Let us unite on the 4th. And let us celebrate as we move through the 13th and into the summer. I guess we got May, but you know what I mean. Get ready for the most epic, amazing time we've ever experienced as a collective. And then this system, this is everything and so much more. Sending you so much love, beloved. Aloha.